I'll cut it if I do.
Yeah, you could cut it, but I want you guys to know. So there are replicas of this horse going around. So in order to know if it's authentic or not, come here.
You gotta look at his gentle tone.
Yeah, I gotta look at the PP if it's there. That's how you know if it's authentic, Sarao.
That's good to know.
Okay, you can cut that out. But you know, I just wanted to share that.
In the museum of my favorite public transportation, the Philippine Jeepney has a special honored place. These eclectic vehicles account for 9 million commuters moving every day. They're built from American Jeeps that were surplus, left over after the war, or originally built from American Jeeps. We're going to go now to the Sarao Motorworks in Las Piñas just to see how they're made.
What need to pay?
Yeah, I'm gonna pay. Magkano Sarao?
20 lang ito.
Magkano ba?
13.
30. 1-3.
13.
Other 13. Alright.
20 times 4, 40, 50, 52. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We've been around since 1953. So my grandfather, the late Leonardo Sarao Sr., he started off as a mechanic, or he did a lot of odd jobs. He used to be a plumber, some random laborer. Then he used to work for the Americans in Sangley Point in Cavite, the naval base there of the Americans. So he used to just carry stuff around. So come on, let's walk around. I'll show you around the shop. Yeah, so during the war, the Philippines got badly damaged. So most of our infrastructure was gone. Transport, we had trams, we had trains. So most of those were destroyed. So we were technically left with nothing, and Manila was in rubbles. So the Americans, they had like this abundant supply of Willys Jeeps. So yeah, they came here through like airdrops. So it came in a crate, they just dropped it, parachute, bang, whatever, hit the floor, they put it together. So that is the origin of the jeepney, because there were tons of them here in the Philippines after the war. So what my grandfather and a lot of Filipinos too, because Sarao, we don't claim to be the first, but we were one of the firsts who actually assembled these jeepneys. So what we did from the Willys platform, they extended the chassis a bit, then they refabricated the rear, the cabin, so it could fit more people. So this one is the original body from the 1950s. However, we changed the motor because I believe this came with the original Willys engine, so I think that was a gasoline engine. So we swapped it to diesel because it's a lot easier to work on, a lot of spare parts available here in the Philippines because we use locally sourced surplus or second-hand diesel engines for the traditional jeepneys. So this.
So when you change the motor, you have to change the transmission too, or you just modify it?
Yeah, actually, in order to mate it properly, so we use the same transmission from Isuzu trucks.
Okay.
So I think this is a C230. So this came from a 1980s Isuzu truck. They call it the Isuzu Elf. So we retrofit it in the body. Then basically that's the formula for the jeepney. So
this is beautiful.
Thank you. So, you know, Filipinos back in the day, they weren't really that big. So as you can see, the leg room for the driver wasn't really that much. So I haven't driven this yet because I couldn't fit. So what they did is they extended the wheelbase so the bench got longer so it could accommodate more passengers. So, you know, back in the day, this was the cheapest mode of transport because I'm not sure how many cents it was, but today it costs around 11 pesos for the minimum for the student fare. Then it can go up to 13 for the regular rate. Cashew, yeah.
Cashew, yeah.
So it kind of resembles a cashew nut.
Yeah.
So we call this the kasoy fender. So this has been like the trademark of the rather the jeepney, because this is still being used until today. So yeah, we've put our plaque here, and jeepneys became a lot more colorful because here in Sarao, we believe that we make a jeepney for the customers based on their personality, based on their likes. So whatever the owner wants, because usually you can see those banners up on the roof, like that one says King of the Road. But it really depends on the customer, because sometimes they want to put like De La Cruz family, or the Basta driver, sweet lover. That translates as long as you're a driver, you're a sweet lover. So those really fun quotes. Then you can see like their families airbrushed on the side, or some of them is like the Avengers, or sometimes it's like Jesus Christ over there.
Right.
So it really boils down to what the customer wants. So even the roof of the jeepney gets painted.
Wow.
So yeah, so it's all just custom made, because we have like this. We had an in-house.
Are you guys doing the murals, or the family's doing the murals?
Actually, it's we had an in-house artist before. However, he passed away during the pandemic.
Okay.
But now we just outsource these murals and artworks by local artists here in Las Piñas.
That's nice. That's nice.
We call him Mang Nardo. He's Mang Nardo de la Cruz. We call him Nardo da Vinci.
Yeah, he's wonderful. Yeah.
So yeah, he was responsible for this one. And this is mandated by law. We need to have fire extinguishers just in case the jeepney catches fire.
Is this one here for repairs, or why is this one here?
Oh no, I think this is a what's the plate on this one? So today's oh no, because we have number coding in the Philippines. So if like on Mondays, if your plate number ends in 1 and 2, you're not allowed to go out. So this is probably here just for the drivers taking a rest before going out again, because they usually go out in the morning, and then during at noon, then in the afternoon.
So they can store them here too when they're on coding.
Yeah, we store them here too if they're on coding. So if the hoods are up, it's probably here for maintenance. Okay, so this is what it looked like back in the 70s. So roughly, this was a 70s unit.
Yeah, that's badass. Love the fins.
The fins?
Yeah, the fins. So back in the day, this was already called air conditioning.
Right.
Yeah.
You lift up the glass, everything goes in. I think this is also one where you lift this up. It's like a hood scoop where it brings water, air inside.
Nice.
So those are like the basic tech back in the day. Okay, so you guys were asking whether the parts of the jeepney were imported or were they done in-house. Yeah. So this is where the jeepney starts. From GI sheets to stainless sheets to checkered sheets, it all starts out as just a piece of metal. Then what we have there are the templates for it. So these are cut by hand. We don't have any heavy machinery. I think the most complicated machinery we have is probably this bender over here, which is also hydraulic or manually operated. Yeah. So yeah, they cut them up here, then they hammer it, and then they
And what type of welding are you using to put them together? Or are you pop riveting?
stick weld.
Stick weld? Yeah.
Prehistoric stick welding.
Now, do you guys have certification for that, or you just do like a training and train?
Most of our welders here and a lot of our workers, they're already the third generation of their grandfather, their parents, because back in their heyday, we had so much employees here. They can bring their kids to work. Well, that's a safety concern if we look at it now during the 20th century. You go, like, hey, that's not safe. But back in the day, they used to bring their kids to work because what my grandfather's vision was, we want to give jobs to everyone because he wants to give them like a fighting chance because. He just wants give come here. Oh, you don't know? Come, we'll teach you. We'll teach you. And then eventually, it's like it became a generational thing where the father, the son was like watching his dad do all these stuff. Then he eventually learned. Then when it's time for the dad to retire, the son takes over. Right. And then same cycle. So we got some really young workers here whose parents and grandparents also work here. Here we go. Bam.
And that's the full sized.
This is the full size one.
Okay.
For the largest capacity one. This is for a bit shorter, I guess for 18 passengers. This can do like 20, 21. Oh wait, there's one more I want you to see. We've made a mobile bar jeepney.
Oh yeah, let's definitely see that one.
However, I don't have the keys because this one is
Hennessy.
This one is still owned by Hennessy. So they just parked it here. So if you can take a peek inside, you'll see that there's a bar there, and then there's like a couch at the back, but it's kind of hard to see because it's really dark.
Nice.
So this is one of the special projects that we've been working on. So it's not just limited to public transport, but also for all sorts of stuff. You know, you name it, we build it.
The new laws about changing about for the what am I trying to say, for the pollution and such, can they take one and make it into like a food truck, or is that still not going to be legal?
Well, yeah, it is possible, but you know, the income it generates compared to, you know,
Big spot.
being a public utility jeepney it's kind of different. So it's going to be hard for the owner. Maybe the owner has to sell it to someone who's interested. But again, there are 200,000 of these on the street, so that will be a major problem.
Maybe one of the revolution things.
Yeah, because imagine if you have to dispose of all of those, that is going to cause a lot of, you know, pollution as well. So what we were suggesting to the government is, why not retrofit? I mean, the jeepney started out as like a retrofit project anyway, so why not just increase the roof line, reinforce the chassis, slap on a modern engine in it, turn it into an EV. You know, that would produce less waste than building another jeepney from scratch and then disposing the old one.
Playing in the back.
Sorry?
You're playing.
Okay, so that's it for Sarao Motors, the jeepney manufacturer here in Las Piñas. What do you think?
Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. They offer tours and you have to do this.
Yeah, they're basically open for tourists and anybody that wants to come and see. What do you guys think?
It's all great.
Yeah?
And LJ, you have to meet the guy. He's really a great storyteller.
Yeah, he's super amazing. I definitely agree.
And it's still family owned, so you gotta come.
All hand built. If you haven't been to the Philippines and haven't ridden on a jeepney, I highly recommend it. These icons of public transportation are being phased out, which is unfortunate, but you can come here and still see them manufactured by hand to this day. So I'm Charles.
I'm Carolee.
I'm Julius. I'm Aaron.
Thank you for sharing
The
the Wonder About Us.